My daughter came to me last week with a really interesting question, and I want to talk to you all about it. First, welcome to Leveraging Your Reality, where mindset meets movement. I'm Shavon Camper, your partner in growth as you become a healthier you, a healthier parent, a healthier spouse, and a healthier leader. Now, back to my daughter. My kids are so interesting. They're teaching me a lot. And now that they're getting into the teenage years, our conversations have become a lot deeper. And I can't remember exactly what we were doing, but essentially she was contemplating who is her best friend. And she was like, well, at school is this, and she like named several people. Then at volleyball is this, and she named several people again. And I said, no, that spot is always reserved for you. You are your best friend. Because here's the thing about life is you're going to move, people are going to move, you're going to change, people are going to change. But no matter what, you will always have you. And if you're trying to keep that spot reserved, it can sometimes become harmful. And sometimes we treat friendships like we treat marriages. Like, yes, you made a commitment to be married to a person till death do you part. But when it comes to friendship, there are friends for reasons, seasons, and lifetime. And so often we try to keep a majority of our friends in the lifetime category, when in reality, it's a small percentage of people that end up in that category. And we end up taking relationships that were good, but we drag them out so long that they become unhealthy. And just like in having friends in different seasons, I think it doesn't mean that you go around like ending friendships. What I think is more realistic is you just understand that the old like life fluctuates and there are different phases of life. So my college friends that I lived with, we saw each other every day. We took classes together, we did activities together, we hung out together. At that time, we spent hours upon hours upon hours together. When we left out of college, I had a child and my life started looking different. I couldn't hang out with them the same. My friends who were single were going on trips and doing things. I couldn't do those things. I was now a mom. I didn't have the money to do all those things. And those friendships shifted. And it didn't mean we stopped being friends, but how we were friends really changed and there was distance created. And I started getting cooler with my work friends because I could see them at work. It was built in. I wasn't trying to squeeze them around kids' schedules. And it's just a reality for life. We have moved several times. Like we've lived in New York, we've lived in Jersey. I think we lived in like 5 different places. We came down to the South, North Carolina. And I remember when we went to Virginia for me to have a job opportunity, we were there I was just getting settled in. We were there for 9 months. All the other places we had been at for just around 2.5, 3 years, we end up moving. And we were just getting settled into Virginia. And my husband had gotten a contract in Georgia. And he was like, y'all should come to Georgia. I'm like, it's only been 9 months in Virginia. We cannot come to Georgia. It makes no sense. We haven't reached the 2.5 year, 3 year limit. Like it's too fast, moving too fast. And we talked about it, discussed it, and we decided, all right, we're going to Georgia. So we went to Georgia, but I think part of the devastating piece for me was I was just getting friends again because every time we moved, I had to establish a new circle of people. And it gets harder. Like when it became work from home, it got harder during COVID. It was extremely, we moved during COVID. It was extremely difficult to meet people and make connections. And I remember moving to Georgia and there's this lake I love. And I was at the lake and it dawned on me. I was like, one, we move a lot. Two, there are things I want to do. And if I keep waiting for other people to join me, then who knows how long I'll be waiting. I don't know how long it's going to take me to make friends in Georgia. And in that moment, I was like, you know what? I need to become my own best friend. And I started thinking about like what makes a best friend fit the bet, like get the title of best friend versus this is my friend. And I think there are a few indicators. Like this is a person that through it all, like they're with you through the ups and the downs. So I'm like, Am I with me through the ups and the downs? Question. Then I'm like, all right, they're a person that I enjoy hanging out with. Do I enjoy hanging out with me? And it's like they're a person where we do things together and we enjoy doing things together. I'm like, do I enjoy doing things with me? And another one is I am like a part of being best friends is like this honesty. Like I could tell them anything and be open. And I'm like, do I tell me anything? Am I open with me? And throwing these questions back at myself really was an eye-opening moment of, hold on, I need to learn how to become my own best friend. And I spent the next year intentionally trying new things, doing new things, hanging out with me, having conversations with myself. And I journal, I tend to have my conversations with myself via journaling. So I journaled a lot more and I just started engaging myself at a level that I had not engaged myself before. I brought a whole season of Broadway tickets for by my one ticket. So it was guaranteed that I was going to go to 8 shows by myself. And it was so interesting going to these shows by myself. I did so many things. Like I learned how to play tennis. I did so many things. I explored all the things that I would want to do with a friend. I just started doing it by myself. And what I found really interesting is as I began doing this, I started meeting people. I met other people that play tennis. I met other people that like to go on hikes and walk. I met other people that like to do yoga. And essentially, I started building up a community of connections and a community of friends in that way. And I think to myself, like, if I would have waited, this process would have taken longer because I would have been at home waiting to meet somebody. And it gets real when you work from home too. I work from home. Yes. Like, so then that leaves me with, all right, it's like the kids and the parents there and people that I meet outside of the kids. And it is so much easier to have people that are like built in. There are some friends that I've met at work. Outside of work, we didn't do well maintaining friendship because if one of us left the job, it takes two people to now intentionally build time to work together. And that doesn't always happen. And we are used to building friendships built off convenience where there's shared spaces. And if you don't have that shared space or that shared activity, it becomes, you really have to become intentional about spending time together because you're working around schedules and the busyness of everything. But if your child plays the same sport as my child or does the same activity as my child, I'm going to see you there. That's built in. It's easy friendship. We work together. It's built in. We can hang out while we're at work. But this thing is that no matter where you live, no matter who you're with, you are always going to be with you. And learning to become your own best friend puts you at this place of availability for yourself and allowing yourself to also do things and try things, even if you have to do it alone, like going to the movies alone, eating out alone. These are all things at first they seem uncomfortable, but once you get into the rhythm of it, one, you're a better version of you because you're filling your cup up and you're not waiting for people to do things for you and with you. He's just like, hey, I do this because I enjoy it. If I meet people, they're cool. If someone goes with me, cool. But I still do it for me no matter what. So I really challenge yourself. All the things that you might be looking for in a best friend, question, are you that for yourself? Keep in mind, growth isn't always easy, but when you're doing it in partnership with others, it becomes a lot more possible. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe below, share it with someone who needs the message. We don't grow alone, we grow together. Until next time, keep showing up and keep leveraging your reality.